going to make sure that we are. Yep, we are. Good, 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 good. All right, you guys. Well, welcome to the Leadership Development Program. I'm excited that you're here. As you know, this is a 13-week journey that is all about you and your growth and development at Avon. And we started this program, we piloted it last year, actually just, well, about a year ago. The first pilot happened right before RepFest, and then we kicked off with a national rollout after that. So we're coming up on close to a year. This is the 4th session of this class along with the pilot. So it's a 13-week program. The kickoff is really kind of it's not an onboarding, but we can talk about some things if we need to at the end. It really is a getting to know each other first, and then it's a, what is this program all about? So how we'll work together, what are the expectations that I have of you as a participant in the class, and you can share with me what are the expectations you have of me as a coach and a trainer as well. And tonight we're going to talk about success competencies. So the background of this program is when Avon decided this was a program that would benefit growth in a leader's business, in a representative's business. They piloted it first before even the first pilot, but they did kind of a, what would you call that, focus group with executive leaders and some top sales leaders. And they decided in talking to them that there are 6 core competencies that can really impact somebody's business growth and success. So that's what we're going to focus on. And tonight, our first piece alongside of that is beliefs. So this is called a training seminar. You can see, oh, I've got the same jacket on. I have on in my picture. You can tell it's my favorite, one of my favorite jackets. So you all, I've had the pleasure of getting to know all of you, some more than others. I've been with Avon for 11 years. It'll be 12 years this fall as an associate, lots of different positions at Avon. And I was an Avon representative a long, long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long ago. But so I have the pleasure of knowing the business a little bit from a representative standpoint, but you know, it has changed a lot over the years. So you all definitely know the business from an independent contractor better than I do. My skill set is I'm strong in facilitation, training, and coaching. Those are really my passion. My passion is empowering other people to be what they never thought they could be. So that's what I love to do. So this role suits me very well. So I want to focus on you, your heart, your dreams, what you want to happen in your business, in your immediate future, in your long-term future. And I want you to, my desire is that after we have coaching interactions, you feel like that was a really good part of my day. It was worth my time investment, because this definitely is a time commitment. And so, you know, it's my desire that you walk away from investing your precious time, your resources, and you feel like you've gotten some great value out of it. And it's meant to inspire you. It's meant to give you skills that maybe you didn't have before, but maybe you have and you need to kind of practice it a little bit more. We will definitely stretch ourselves in this. Jimmy, just so you know, you've got some alums in the room right now. Sally and Kelly, who just joined us, both have gone through the program, and we invite people to come back and do repeats, because what we found in this program, there's a couple reasons. What we found is that the first time you go through, it's a lot that you're learning for yourself and doing some maybe different things or sharpening your skill saw. And then the second time, it's where it's more familiar to you, and so you can start to duplicate this as a coach and trainer to your team. So that's the whole idea for this as well, for you to be a mentor and leader for your team, and give you some tips and tricks, if you will, that will get people to engage with you. How many would like more engagement from their team, right? So, all right. So a common thing that we hear, but you know, this is a stretch development. There's no doubt about it. There are going to be days where you're going to be like, right? And I might exasperate you sometimes, and it's not my intention to do that. But if I do, I always want you to know that I have your best interest at heart. Okay, that's really important to me. And it's help you achieve that excellence through incremental progress. So wherever everybody is starting, because some of you have been in the business longer than others, but wherever you're starting, at the end of 13 weeks, the goal is for you to have some incremental progress in your business, whether that's you bumped a title advancement, you're recruiting more people, your sales are going up, you're doing recognition, I don't know, whatever it is that you decide you're going to do in some of your goals throughout this program. So I already told you a little bit about me. I've got some screens for you guys. So actually I put this information on a screen. So instead of sharing this, because everybody can read, I'm going to invite you to just share one fact about yourself that maybe we don't know, or maybe we do know. I don't know. But I'll share one fact about myself. I love to golf. I'm not very good at it. I don't care. I like to golf. So that's one fact about me. I should probably care. My husband wishes I cared, but I don't really care. All right. So Doris King is joining us. I'm not seeing her yet tonight, so hopefully Doris, hello. You're listening to this recording because we're recording this. So Doris is a Silver Ambassador President's Club representative, lives in Prior Lake, Minnesota. Unit size 27 as of campaign 11. That's Doris King. Anybody in the room know Doris? I was wondering if you guys might or might not. Okay. Well, she's from Minnesota, so you'll get to know her. Now, this is a face that's in the room. Sally, Silver Ambassador, Honor Society, lives in Menominee. Actually, that's not true. Her address is Menominee, but she lives in Downsville. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I'm not a Silver Ambassador either.
No, you're not.
No, I'm a Bronze Leader.
You're a Bronze Leader. I'm sorry, Sally. Sally, I've just been all over your case lately. I'll change that. You're right. And your unit size is 57 as of campaign 11 was the last. I looked at that yesterday, so I don't know how I missed the Silver Ambassador. Sally, what's something about you?
Well, if we're going with sports, I actually like to cross stitch and sew.
Really? I did not know that.
Very, very few people know that, but my kids do because I make them big Afghans. I cross stitch pictures on big Afghans, but outside of the family, not too many people know that.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Sally. Yeah. That's awesome. I know you have a creative side because of today sharing some of the things that you shared. I did not know it was cross stitch. So very cool. Is it relaxing for you?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe if we have time later, I'll show you the one I'm working on now.
Okay, awesome. I can't wait to see it. Very good. Paula did let me know she wasn't going to make it in tonight. She started in 1993. Bronze Leader, Honor Society, lives in Wisconsin Rapids. Some of you guys know Paula, don't you? Paula, don't you, Sally? No? Oh, I thought you guys did. Okay, so her unit size, 56 as of campaign, that should say campaign 11. Boy, I must have been tired last night when I was updating these slides. So, Paula, welcome. We're so glad that you're going to be listening to this recording, and we look forward to seeing your beautiful smiling face on our next call. Latrice Grant is from Minnesota. She started in 2005. She's a Gold Ambassador, and her unit size is 55 as of campaign 11. So, hello, Latrice. I hope you didn't get a message she just sent me a text. So she just said, I'm sorry, guys, I can't make this one. I'll be looking for the replay. Thanks. So I'm going to ask her, tell us a fun fact about you in the group text. And we'll see what she shares with us. Okay. All right. We know this face is in the room. Kelly, who started in 2010. Shano. Got it right, Kelly. Wisconsin, Silver Leader, President's Club, unit size 181 as of campaign 11, it should say. So, Kelly, is that all right?
Yeah.
So tell me something fun. Tell us something about you.
Well, I've only told about 3 people that last night I quit one of my day jobs. And I'm really excited about having an extra day every week that I can focus on my Avon business.
Way to go, Kelly.
Yeah, thanks. For those of you who don't know, I actually have 4 jobs besides my Avon business. So one thing that I share with people who are looking at Avon as an opportunity is the more busy you are, the more you can benefit from your Avon business, because you've got all those opportunities to reach out to new people everywhere you go. So if anybody says they're too busy to manage an Avon business, they're just looking for excuses.
Said by Kelly. Awesome. You know, Kelly, I think back to the first time you were in this class, that was one of your goals.
Yep.
Very cool. Congratulations on reaching that goal. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tracy Wilson is started in 2009. She's a gold ambassador. She lives in Apple Valley, Minnesota too. Her unit size as of campaign 11 is 26, and Tracy is actually taking a class on Tuesdays, so sometimes it'll be kind of hit or miss for her. So we talked about that, just something, as long as I'm talking about it right now for you guys live and everybody listening to the recording. To graduate from this class, you need to attend 5 of the 7 training seminars. Avon felt that was reasonable. We know life happens, and just so you know, listening to a recording in a timely manner so that you've listened to it before your coaching session does count as one of those 5. Now, Sally and Kelly can tell you that when you're in the house, when the mouse is in the house, it really is valuable. So I hope that you in the room and everybody listening on the recording can, you know, set aside this hour every other Tuesday and set aside the hour every other Thursday for our collaboration to really, you know, dig into your development. And when you're in the room with peers, that's what we found, is that the peer-to-peer sharing is really very valuable. Kelly and Sally, would you say amen to that? Yeah, shaking your head, yes. Okay. Kenny, Sally, did I spell Kenny's nickname right? I can't hear you. You're on mute. Oh, that's not sure. Okay. All right. Well, I was hoping.
Sorry.
I was hoping Kenny would be here to tell me if I spelt it correctly. I wasn't sure if I spelt her nickname correctly.
You did, and I have to say, I can finally say her whole name.
Go for it.
It's Hindi Oshafeso.
Very good.
It took me like 3 months to get it right.
So Kenny, Sally's got it going on. Sally is.
She unfortunately is working tonight, so.
Okay, Kenny's working tonight. So Kenny, you'll be listening to this recording. We miss you. Yeah. Little bit about you. Started in 2017, bronze ambassador, lives in Cottage Grove. Unit size 4 as of 11. Sally, anything you want to share about Kenny? That's her upline.
She's amazing. That's about it. She's really just a spitfire, and she does really well. And I'm actually glad, Kenny, that your twin sister went back to Africa, because now I can tell them apart. Because she's gone.
Yeah, Kenny had a twin sister in the States from Africa, and they celebrated twin sisters celebrated their 50th birthday together.
They did. They did. And then when I went to visit them, they try to fool me by switching up roles.
Oh, boy.
Like, which one am I? And I'm like, oh, they look so much alike.
Oh, they do. I have the pleasure of meeting her, too. They look so much alike. Yeah.
They do.
Thanks, Sally. Kenny, see you next time. We missed you. This guy's in the house. Started just in 2017, Silver Ambassador, lives in Hayward, Wisconsin. Jimmy, I hope this is right. Unit size 13 is of campaign 11. Is that right?
I started in campaign 5 of this year.
Started campaign 5 of this year. So that should be 2018. I gave you an extra year, Jimmy. Wow. So when you think about it, Jimmy started in campaign 5 of 2018. And what campaign did you bump up to bronze and silver in 6? Was it, Jimmy?
Bronze and silver, both in campaign 7.
7. Okay, and getting really, really close to gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to grab that money on the table, Jimmy. He's earned all of his promotion bonuses. So congratulations. Do you want to tell us something about you?
Well, I like gardening and I like animals. working on my Avon business so I can quit my 40-hour job this year.
Nice.
That's my goal.
Nice. Great. Well, that's awesome, Jimmy. Welcome. We're really glad to have you tonight. This will be fun. You're the first gentleman Avon Beauty Boss in our session so far. So that's pretty cool, right? Very cool. All right. So here's the goals of the program kind of in a nutshell. You can read the screen. It really is all about growth, and it is about achieving your goals. So when we go through the different modules that you can see on the screen right now, you will be setting goals along the way. So we're starting out with this kickoff that is belief and kind of doing a competency check-in that will be part of your application guide, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But this really is the training seminars are all about developing the skills that are high priority skills for success in the direct selling industry, not just Avon, but in the direct selling industry in general. And you can see on the screen that we are going to spend most of our time, whether we're in the training room or we're in the collaboration room, training Tuesday, collaboration Thursday. I'll say that for a while because it takes a little bit to get used to that. We'll be spending 80% of time on these topics and 20% of time on other things that you might want to bring to the table. We always have a fun topic that we talk about, and the fun topic really, and I'll share tonight's with you for Thursday. The reason for the fun topic is to just get to know each other, like you just shared something about yourself a moment ago. Because as you know, in this business, relationships are really key to success. So our program palette, kickoff, conversational selling, that's kind of one of my favorites. I like all of them, but I really like that one. I think it's very meaty and it's got a lot of great information for you to hone your skills in talking to people. Is anybody a little shy about talking to people? No? Okay. A little bit? Okay. Okay. Kelly, I think you've kind of overcome that, haven't you, in the last several months. So, and I think, I've seen that with you. So I have to tell you, I really am a shy person. Nobody believes me when I tell them that because I know Kelly's like, no, you aren't. I am. I really actually am an introvert. And so I've really worked and trained myself to step outside of that. And I've really many times had to fake it till I make it. And it's easier for me now. And I just see the benefits of talking to people. So goal setting, big one. Planning, we'll do some planning using Avon tools that are there for us in Vibe. We'll talk about what is a coach, how do you be a coach. So you'll observe me as a coach in our one-on-one coaching calls. Then you'll also learn the skill set of what coaches do and what coaches don't do. And then that's something that you can bring to your team as well. Working the plan, so we'll take that plan and then we'll dig a little deeper with it, see how you're doing, because there's, a session between that, a little bit of time, and then wrap up in graduation. So 13 weeks seems like a long chunk of time, but I'll tell you, when we get into it, we just finished the last one, and I was like, where did it go? Time just flew so fast. It goes so quickly. I would say this is even maybe a greater commitment for this session because we are in the depths of summer, right? And being from the Midwest, from the hinterlands, when we all, kind of bundle up and don't go anywhere as much as we do in the summer, it really is a commitment to your development to be in this class in the summer. So I really kudos to you for that. So this is our template as far as the calendar goes. So tonight is called a group seminar, always on Tuesday night, except we're going to have to make one change for the 4th of July week, so we can talk about that in a little bit. 60 minutes, so it's about 30, sometimes 45, depending on the content, minutes of training. So this is a seminar where, unfortunately, I'm doing a lot of the talking. I am much more comfortable as a facilitator. I like to facilitate, so I'll try to facilitate as much as I can, but there is quite a bit of content in the group seminar training pieces, and then we'll always have some time, 15-30 minutes, to discuss the content. I'm always willing to stay after on a call, so if somebody feels like they would benefit from just staying after and asking some questions and whatnot, I'm really happy to do that. So just kind of tuck that in there as well. So Tuesday night, group seminar, then the coaching call needs to happen before the collaboration call that comes on the following Thursday. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday is the group collaboration call. And you can see the purpose there. You're going to learn skill sets, and the expectation is you're applying those skill sets before the collaboration call, so you'll have an opportunity to share, this really worked for me, I got to practice this a little bit more, this isn't working, I need some help with this, can you guys share some ideas, best practices, those types of things. That comes out of the collaboration call. Really, in the collaboration call, you do most of the talking. I do a lot of listening. So that's where I get to do the facilitation. And that one is 60 minutes as well. If we find as a group we need more time, we can make a group conscious, if you will, and have more time. The one-on-one coaching, you can see the purpose, and that is a 60-minute session. I've got everybody, not everybody, some of you on the recording. I haven't had a chance to connect with you and get your coaching call set up. So when you're listening to this recording, at the end, open up your calendar and find some dates that work for you. I know not everybody can choose the same date, same time. If you can, it makes it a little easier for you and I both. If you can't, you've got 4 other gigs going on. If you can't, then I'll just leave you responsible for looking at the schedule and getting to me ahead of time and saying, can we do our coaching call on this date at this time, okay? Are there any questions about group seminar, coaching call, collaboration call? Yes, Kelly.
Just curious about the time. Is it always going to be at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays? Okay. I thought we had changed it, but I wasn't positive if it was just a temporary thing or permanent.
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked that question, because Jimmy thought that one of the invites might have said 7. So if somebody saw an invite that said 7 as well, I'm going to go back and check some of the information to make sure that I put 6 o'clock in every communication, so I'm not confusing people. So, but yeah, I upped it up. I had some conversations, had some feedback. I moved it to 6. We'll see how it goes this time. We've typically had it at 7, Jimmy, just for your information, and moved it back to 6, okay, kind of for the summer hours. So we'll see how that goes. We'll play it by ear, see how it goes. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Sally.
Is the 5 out of 7 requirement for Thursday also, or just Tuesday nights?
Just Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, just Tuesday. Thanks. Good question. That question came up in a different meeting as well. So good question.
Well, I have the same issue I had last time. We had this class. Bingo is on Thursdays, and I have to help set up. And
yeah. What I would ask, though, even though it's not required for graduation, is I'd ask you to listen to the playback of the collaboration call, simply for the benefit of the group and your benefit as well. And we'll talk about the group Facebook page in a few minutes too, and that's another place where some of your feedback, if you can't be on the collaboration call, you could always use the Facebook group to give some of your feedback on what you applied and what not, to support the group as a whole, because that's where I really
I just can't do it all.
Yeah, no, you can't do it all.
An hour, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay, Sally. It's okay. And I know you're in here supporting Kinney as well. Kinney, your upline Sally's here. She's got your back too. So that's great when you have uplines and downlines in the same group. It can be very powerful. Okay, so application guide. I'm calling this an application guide. I've heard other people call it something else. I'm not going to call it something else, and I'm not even going to say the something else out loud, because the other word is something that, okay, I'll say it. Some people call this homework. Now, when I hear the word homework, I'm like, right? And so, and I'm taking a class right now. So it's just, I don't know what it is. It's just something from somewhere. And that's my deal. So we're calling this application guide because that's really what it is. It's meant to be a support for you. It's not meant to be, oh crud, I got to do my homework. It's meant to be taking what you learned in the group seminar and filling this out so that you can really start to process where you're at in your business. And you can also then start to apply some of what you learned. And it's a platform that we use. It's a tool that we use when we do our one-on-one coaching call. So I greatly appreciate when you can have yours filled out before our one-on-one coaching call. If you don't, please don't cancel your call, okay? We'll make it work. I mean, we'll make it work. I know life happens. So, but I will say that when you can take some time and do this and apply what you've learned and get that to me before your call, that'll be helpful. So what I want to do really right now, this is a good place, I think, to do this. I know Sally and Kelly are familiar with this, but I want to do this for everybody's benefit. I think this is it. Okay. I sent this to you all in an email yesterday. So if you haven't seen it yet, it is in your email for everybody on the recording and in the room. And this is an example of an application guide. It's usually a 2-page document. The planning, I think, is a few extra pages, if memory serves me. So this one is about, remember, this kickoff is about your belief. And then it's also about your self-assessment. It's not about you beating yourself up. It's about you celebrating where you are and where you want to go. And so I'll give you a little bit more information about this as we go here, but I just wanted to show you the real copy. Now, here's the cool thing. If you have a device that is not a Mac, you're able to download Adobe Reader, and you probably already have it on your computer anyway, if you've got a Windows device, and you can actually edit this and do this right on your computer. So if I do edit PDF, no, that's not what I wanted to do, but that wasn't very helpful. I'm in the wrong place. Let me go up. Here we go. If you do fill and sign, once I do that, then I can type over here, blah, 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 blah. And then I can go up and save it as a document and put it on my desktop. That's what I would do. You can save it wherever you want. But I would put it on my desktop and call it Jimmy's Kickoff or whatever. And then I would save it. And then I've got it on my desktop, and then I can just pull up my email and you can send it to me that way. If you can't do that because of whatever reason, your device doesn't work with this, then you can print it, fill it out, take a picture, scan it, text it, whatever. So whatever you can do, go for it. Okay, any questions about that? Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll come back to this one. So we can go here. We're good on time. Okay. So I feel like this is getting a little bit redundant, but just to, again, remind you of how this goes. So on the left are all the modules, and then you can see there's 13 weeks, and you can see that we have a cadence of Tuesday 1 week. It's not Friday, it's Thursday. Sorry about that. And then your coaching happens somewhere in between that. Okay? I think we're all good there. If you're not, let me know. All right, so here's expectations of you as a participant in the class. Avon wrote these expectations. I didn't write these expectations, but the reason why they wrote these expectations is they found them to be a great guideline, if you will, standard that supports you in this journey. And it really is a team effort. So again, the more you can be here live, thank you for that. I understand life happens. So be committed when you're here. Listen to the playback if you missed the meeting. Engage as much as you can engage, because when you participate, you will get out of it what you put into it. Be positive. Sally and Kelly know I'm the glass half full girl, and so it's not that life doesn't happen, and it isn't that we don't have things to complain about sometimes, because we really do, valid complaints, right? But we're not going to invest the time in this space to talk about those. So you've got people that you can talk to. I've got people when I want to rant that I can go to, and I can have my yes, I do that. I can have my 5-minute rant with them, but it's in an environment where it's not impacting a lot of other people. So that's the reason for keeping it positive. Application guides are how you're applying what you learn. So when you learn something, go practice it. Give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen, right? The good thing is I'm never going to die from any of this, okay? So just give it a shot and practice. Engage with me. Our coaching one-on-one conversations are confidential. They don't go anywhere. They're between you and I. I'll give you some feedback, some follow-up as applicable. So that's for you and you alone. We've already talked about engaging in the group and share ideas. You know, sometimes you think that everybody knows your idea, but you could be wrong. They might not know your idea. And even if they do, so what? Somebody in the room's not going to know your idea, right? So I invite you to feel confident in that you have some good stuff to share, whether you've been here since Campaign 5 or you've been here since 2009. You've got good stuff to share, so be brave and share it. So tonight we're focusing on B. Before I go on, any more questions about just processes? I know, Kelly, I just got your text that you didn't get the application guide, so I will send that to you. Thank you for letting me know. And if anybody else is in that boat, send me a text and let me know too. Okay? All right, so we're going to focus on belief tonight. You know that Avon has the boss life concept, if you will. So B is belief. We'll go through the others at another time. And then we're going to talk about the success competencies at Avon. So these are the two pieces that we're going to go through over the next about 20 minutes. I want to give you some time for some Q&A if you have that. So there's 4 competencies in the competency model. They're plan, lead, sell, manage. Okay, so when I said earlier, when Avon started to develop this program, almost really 2 years ago, did a lot of different focus groups, worked with an outside agency and all of that, this is what was agreed upon were the 4 core areas that when somebody moves the needle in these areas, they move their business, they move their skill set, they move their confidence level, whatever it might be. So we can break it down, and you'll have this, Kelly, if you don't have the application guide, you don't have this either, because I sent this in the same email with the application guide. There is a tool that you have that will take you through. Sally, did you say you don't have it either?
Yeah, it's not there.
Maybe my email didn't go through then yesterday. Okay, so I'll resend that after the call tonight to everybody. So this gives you definitions of all of these components: goal setting, creating strategies, analyzing, prioritizing, action planning, and meeting planning. These all come under the umbrella of planning, all right? So I'm not going to read every one of these individually. I'm asking you to do that when you're doing your application guide and filling out your success competencies, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute, okay? The selling competency includes networking, discovery, communicating value, storytelling. That can be very powerful in your selling skills. Closing, Lots of people do this, but they forget to close the deal. And then social selling. So if there's anybody listening to the playback or in the room that you're feeling like my technology skills are really not where I'd like them to be, it's okay. Everybody has a starting point. So whatever your starting point is, we'll build from there. And you're going to see in this classroom, everybody has different levels of where they are at in a certain competency. And that's why coming together as a small group can be really powerful in that. Manage is the next one. We're going to talk about, you'll assess what is my time management? What does that look like for me? How much time do I have to dedicate to Avon, and where am I dedicating that time to? Onboarding, how am I supporting new people coming to the business? Team meeting execution, am I doing that? Do I want to do that? And so on and so forth. Team communications, how am I communicating with my team? Customer service, and then business acumen. So it gives you definitions of these. And then the last one is lead. So a subset of lead is building trust, coaching, inspiring and motivating others, managing conflict. It's real, it happens in business, influencing other people, and recognition. So how this all plays for you is that you're going to measure your competency in these areas, in all 4 of the areas and every subset. And you're going to decide one of 3 things. Either I'm challenged, I really am unaware, I'm learning this, I feel very ineffective in this space, whatever that space is, okay? Or you're going to say, you know what, I get it. I get the concept, I get the behavior, I'm aware, and I'm a little bit able or somewhat able to do this, but I'm very inconsistent. And so that's what you would mark for that one. And then consistent, the last one is, you know what, I got this, I can do it in my sleep. No, I don't have to focus on that. I'm able to perform this. It's not an area that I need to develop. So why are you investing your time in this? Because when you do your self-assessment, I'm going to bring up the big picture again. You can see it on the right-hand side of the screen. But when you do your self-assessment, so here's planning. Let me do that because that's bugging me, that little thing right there. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, I hope I didn't close it. I did close it. Sorry. Dratsma frats. Okay. So it's this right here, but what we just went through. So here it says planning, and then remember planning had, here, sorry guys. I'm really messed it up. Let me get back to the full thing. So let's just use manage as an example. So there's planning, leading, managing, and what was the 4th one? Selling. Here's your 4. Planning, selling, manage, lead. So when you look at this guide, it's chunked out. Planning, selling, managing, leading. And then that list that we just looked at, you're going to say, okay, when it comes to planning, and the first one is goal setting, you're going to say, I'm inconsistent, I'm unaware, I'm inconsistent, or I've got this. Okay, so that's going back to this one. I'm challenged, I'm inconsistent, or I'm consistent. Should use the right language, shouldn't I? So, does that make sense, or are there any questions about that? You're good, Callie? Sally, how are you feeling? Okay. Jimmy, this is all Greek to you. It's new stuff. How you feeling?
Good.
Okay. All right. Okay. And I think once you get your hands into it and start digging in, it'll be easy. But this piece right here, where you have the definition of these items, is really helpful in filling that out. So what you're going to get also when I send you the email is you're going to get this competency glossary. So if I was doing my application guide, I would actually print this because I would want to have this in front of me as I'm marking if I'm challenged or if I'm inconsistent or if I'm consistent. This will help me to kind of remember what the definitions are. Okay? Make sense?
Yep.
All right. So on your first coaching call, I'll have that application guide in front of me because you sent it to me. And if you didn't, don't cancel your call. We'll do it together, okay? But I will have that. This one, it's really helpful. This one probably more than any. This one and the planning one, I would say. It's really helpful if you can do the work ahead of time. Really is helpful because then we don't have to invest the time in doing it together. But if you're stuck on something, go on to the next thing. Okay? Don't stay stuck. Your time is too valuable for that. But I will look at your application guide before our coaching call. So if you could send it to me the night before, the afternoon before, the day before, the morning of. If your coaching call is in the afternoon, if you send it to me the morning of, that's enough time too. I can always look at it over my lunch hour. So I just want to put my eyes on it so that I do due diligence by you and I've looked at it and it helps me as your coach to prepare for the coaching call. So I can pick up things and so I can ask more specific questions and we can kind of get to business pretty quickly, okay? I hope that makes sense. The assessment one, when you do that assessment and we have our first coaching call, that assessment one is really, the belief and the assessment are really a framework for the program because the belief, I get to know you a little bit better, you'll get to know me a little bit better. You can ask me anything you want and I'm pretty transparent. So I'm more than happy to share things with you. So I want to know your belief. I want to know who you are, and you're welcome to know who I am as well. And then the assessment piece of it is once we get that done, I'm going to ask you, when you look in the area of planning, what is maybe one thing that you would like to really move from challenge to inconsistent or inconsistent to consistent? We're not going to be able to do all of that stuff in 13 weeks. That'd be miracle working, right? Unless you're consistent in all of those areas. Maybe you only have a couple things that you really need to work on. But I just remember from other sessions, unless you've been in the session more than one time, a lot of people find areas where they're feeling inconsistent or challenged. And so when we talk on the coaching call, I want to help you identify what are the key areas that you really want to focus on over the 13 weeks alongside of the modules that will drive your business towards the goals that you have that we'll talk about in your belief. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to schedule some of your coaching calls. So those of you that are hearing me on the recording that we haven't connected for your coaching calls, I think it's about 50%. So let's get that nailed down. Call me. I don't want to chase you, okay? Nobody likes to be chased, right? I don't like to be chased. You guys probably don't like to be chased either. So as you get a chance, look at some dates, and if it's easier to text me some dates. I'm fine with that. Let me know what mode of communication you prefer, okay? I want to be respectful of that. I'm a big texter. You guys that know me know I'm a big texter, so I'm cool with that. But if you want to talk on the phone, we can talk on the phone, okay? So every training session, at the end, we're going to have a hot topic question. Remember, this is in addition to, for our collaboration call, this is in addition to you guys talking about what you learned, what you applied from the training topic. And then we'll spend a little bit of time talking about who's your hero and why. So come prepared to share who's a hero in your life and why are they a hero. And everybody, it just depends on how many people come into the live room, how much time we'll have to share. So if it's a full room, 1 to 2 minutes is probably plenty of time to share. And then we'll learn a little bit more about everybody throughout this journey. So we'll always have a hot topic question. It was kind of funny, my last group, they're like, we don't want to do the hot topic question. We want to learn more about Zoom. We want to learn more about Vibe. We want, they had this big wish list of things that they wanted to do, and they wanted to invest their time on that. I'm fine with that. I mean, that's cool too. So if there's some other things that you don't see in the module that you feel would really be helpful for you, maybe it'll be helpful for more than one person. And those are also things that we can tackle on your one-on-one coaching call. So if there's some skill set like Vibe or Zoom or something, that social media, whatever, that you want to practice, maybe a Facebook Live. Me and Sally did that today. That was super fun. But if there's something you want to, it's really fun, Kelly. Sally and I had a blast. It was really fun. So, something like that, we can do those things. It's your agenda, guys. We need to stay within the modules per se as our general guideline, but we've got that 20% or more flexibility to really put on the table what you need to have. So let's do that. So I just did this. Those of you guys that know me, sometimes I'm overkill. So here's the dates again. I sent them out in Outlook invites, but if they're not on your calendar, because Outlook isn't friendly with your calendar, that's okay. Here's the dates again. This planning one on July 3rd. Between maybe now and our conversational selling collaboration guide, we'll have to kind of come up with a plan of where we're going to move that to, because July 3rd isn't going to work, I think, probably for most of us. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't have the day before 4th of July. We have the 4th of July off as associates, so that's off. I'm probably working the 3rd, but I don't want to assume that you guys don't have long weekends planned. So we can talk more about that, think about that, and go from there. And then, so that's Tuesdays. Here's Thursdays, always at 6 o'clock again. Here's another flex, the planning one on July 12th. July 12th through Sunday. I don't know what day Sunday is, but I'm going to be in New York, so I'm not going to be and I'm not coming on Zoom from New York. I love you, but I'm not doing that because I'm going to be on vacation, spending time with my daughter and my granddaughter in New York and a friend from Norway. So I'm going to be asking one of our alumni, either in the class now or previous, to lead that class. So it'll be a great development opportunity for somebody. So did you raise your hand, Sally? You going to do it? You're on mute.
I hate that. Sorry. John was in here. I'm not volunteering.
Okay.
I'm just going to say July 26th, I'll be at RepFest.
Oh, we need to tweak that too, don't we? Thank you, Sally. Good catch. I missed that. What did we have on the last one? We're okay on this one, right?
Yes.
But so we've got to tweak that one too.
No, July, yeah, we're fine.
We'll be back by the 31st, I think, because the 26th is Wednesday, right?
Yes. 26th is Thursday.
Okay.
I'll be at RepFest.
Yep. We'll have to tweak that too then. We'll figure out something with that as well. We'll talk about that. Thanks. That's a good catch because I probably won't be here for that either. Maybe we'll do leader-led again if there's other people. I don't know. Jimmy, are you going to RepFest? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll have to look at that. Everybody else on the recording, let me know if you're going to RepFest or not, and we'll talk about that one too. Okay. So I created a Facebook group we have a leadership development group for those that are currently in the class. This is it. And then we have an alumni class. So when you graduate from this class, you move over into the alumni group. And so it's just an opportunity for people to stay connected should they choose to do that. And some do and some don't. So it's really up to you. This class, though, I'm inviting everybody to use this tool because if you can't be in a live meeting and you've listened to a playback, like I said earlier, go in and share some of your thoughts. Your thoughts are really valuable to us. They're valuable to me, too. So before I can let you in this group, have to be your friend on Facebook, okay? So, and some of you I can't find. So some of you I have found and already invited you. So, but those of you that are not in this group yet, Lori Ballantyne Leadership Development Group, this is what it looks like. There's the address on the screen if you want to take a picture of it. That's one way to do it. And then go in and friend me, and then that'll allow me then to find you and invite you into this private group, okay? So there's the instructions for all of that. That's my page. Now, I'm inviting you guys, if you want to, do any of you have a dream board?
No.
You got one, Kelly? Not yet, Jimmy? Okay. I started doing dream boards as an Avon associate. I never knew it. I didn't know when I first came to Avon at one of my first staff meetings, my boss said, we're going to do dream boards. They didn't say it like that, but we're going to do dream boards, and for the next meeting, bring your dream. I had no idea what they were talking about. I'm like, okay. And then I felt like, ooh, this is really, ooh, right? I mean, honestly, I'm being honest with you. That was my first impression. Well, I've learned over the years that I'm reaching a lot of the dreams that I put on my dream board. Go figure, right? So my first dream board as an Avon associate was to contribute $25,000 through bonuses. We got bonuses as associates at that time. And I wanted to earn $25,000 to put towards my family, my husband and I, our family's vacation home. I wrote a check for $25,000 to help pay for the down payment of our family's vacation home. Now, do you think I felt like a powerful woman when I wrote that check? Are you kidding me? It still gives me goosebumps to say that, to tell that story, because it's just a powerful feeling, right? And I know many of you have had those same feelings. So my first dream board, I think, had maybe 4 things on it. One of my dream boards had, I wanted a Mini Cooper for years. I bought my first Mini Cooper in 2015. I sold it now, driving an Equinox again, but I got that baby and it was cute and I had a lot of fun with it. So it isn't always material things. You can see this is actually my dream board. You see a lot of healing power on there, defy cancer. This was a dream board that I did when I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, because I felt like I really needed to change my energy and my focus and really focus on some different things. So I had a lot of healing, strong woman stuff on there. I did a lot of yoga, meditation. As I look at this, I'm seeing already a lot of these things are starting to pop for me. So that's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to do another dream board before the year is out. Typically, they're fun to do at the beginning of every year, but you can do them whenever you want. So if you want to do a dream board, if you think it's something that you'd like to do, I will say to you, I feel there's a lot of power in it because mine sits right in front of me and I can't ignore it. It's there. And it keeps me focused because I believe what you think, you have to believe it to achieve it. It has to start first here, that you believe it's possible. If I don't believe it's possible, I'm already done. You know, if I can't believe it for myself, I don't know, you know. So my husband and I had a VW van back in the it was the 70s. You really are finding out how old I am right now. And we were dating, we had an orange and white VW van. And so we kind of have this desire sometime in our retirement to get another VW van and travel the country. So that's why that VW van is on the board. So anyway, I know, wouldn't that be fun, Kelly? I'll put a little Avon decal on there and be an Avon representative along the way. But anyway, so if you want to do a dream board, if you want to share it with me, I'd love to do that. I'd love to hear about your dream board. If you want to share it with a group, we could do that too in a collaboration call. So just let me know, okay? If you feel like that's something that would be important for you. We'll have a few minutes here for Q&A, but I just want to read this quote. I'm a big quote person. You'll learn that about me. This one I like, John Quincy Adams. If your dreams inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, hey, guess what? You're a leader. That's who you are. So I believe that about you guys. So, and you'll continue to build on that throughout this journey. So any questions, comments that you might have?
I don't think I have any as of yet.
All right. Jimmy, how you feeling? You're the newest
Good.
member in this group here tonight. How you feeling?
Good. It looks pretty self-explanatory.
It is. It is pretty straightforward. I think the biggest key with this journey is don't get behind in the journey. That's what I would invite you to not do. So those of you on the recording right now, as soon as you can get this into your calendar and listen to it before your one-on-one coaching call, get your application guides done, make those something that you put in your calendar to the best of your ability, and don't allow yourself to fall behind, because then you'll always feel like you're catching up. And that's some advice I have. Sally, do you have any advice, or Kelly, any advice after going through this before?
No, I think that's great advice. And I have to get my homework done because I see our coaching call is tomorrow, and I got to put my Avon order in tonight. So it's going to be a late one.
So Sally, you've got the toughest coaching call. You've got like right after the training seminar. So the good news for you though is this isn't your first rodeo.
No.
So hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for you to do. It's not the first time you've seen it. So, and you might want to pull out your old one if you have your old one.
I was just thinking I threw them away. I should have kept them.
If I might have it. If I do, I'll send it to you. You know, if I do, when I go and send the files out tonight, if I have yours, I'll send it separate, because that might save you a minute or two. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kelly, any thoughts you have? Any advice?
Not right off the top of my head.
All right. Thank you. All right, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday at 6 o'clock for our collaboration. And I look forward to talking to you all on our one-on-one coaching. And those of you that haven't set that up yet, text me, get to me so we can get that set up on the calendar, okay?
Check your inbox.
I will.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Enjoy the night.